Oh my God, I cannot fill this dog. They are too greedy, they are too food orientated, they are always hungry. How can I remedy this? How can I solve the problem? Today we are going to talk about Royal Canin veterinary health nutrition satiety. What a word that is. We are going to be reviewing this food and we are going to be explaining whether this is a good or a bad food for your dog. Well, the first thing I will say is that I hope this video will open your eyes as to the pet food industry so that you know what you are being sold and what is the best dog food for your dog. We are going to start by looking at the so-called benefits on the front of the packet and the website, and then we are going to look at the ingredients as to determine whether this is a good or a bad food for your dog. So please stay till the end of the video to see the full verdict, whether this food is good or is bad. So what is the point of this food? Well, Royal Canin have made this food so that is a complete dietetic food for dogs. The problem is satiety. You cannot fill the dog up with food and they are always hungry. They are trying to address the problem in terms of what product can we come up with so that it addresses the problem of having a dog which is always hungry. They break it down in 3 main bullet points. We have effective weight management, which is adapted macronutrient profile helps provide safe weight loss and helps avoid weight regain. 97% of dogs lost weight in 3 months. The second is begging control. Begging control, when a dog is begging for food all the time, which is the problem you are probably experiencing. We have high natural fiber levels, help keep dogs satisfied between meals, helped control begging in 83% of dogs during weight loss, and then another 3 asterisks. The third one is muscle mass maintenance, when a dog is having a hard time maintaining their muscle mass. And this is a high protein content which helps support healthy weight loss while maintaining muscle mass. So if you have a dog which is overweight, or you have a dog for which you have concern that they are always begging for food, should you bother whenever the vet recommends this food or you come across this food? Well, in order to determine this, we are always going to look at the ingredients. And this is the big problem with the pet food industry, that they hide the ingredients behind great marketing, great packaging, and great buzzwords, great marketing words. So what are the actual ingredients in this food? And let me explain why this food is not appropriate for a dog. So you can see the composition there, with the first ingredient being vegetable fibres, which will quote unquote help the dog being full for longer. And then we have dehydrated poultry protein, wheat gluten, tapioca, maize gluten, hydrolysed animal proteins, wheat, maize, animal fats, beet pulp, etc., etc. The main problem we can see with the ingredients is that these are not things an animal would eat. These are not things a dog would eat. As you can see, they do not specify the animal fat. We do not know where the animal fat is coming from, which suggests that Royal Canin will be using the cheapest or the most available source of fat at any given time, which will make the recipe change on a regular basis. Same with dehydrated poultry protein. Poultry is quite generic, it's not specific, so they are not tied down to a specific protein. And it is the same with hydrolysed animal proteins. They do not specify which proteins they are using. So could this food be the solution you are looking for? Well, maybe it could, because it does contain ingredients like vegetable fibres that could potentially fill the dog up. But with filler, we have wheat and we have maize and we have things like that are not good ingredients. So as you can see, the amount of filler this food has is incredible. Irrespective of what dog food manufacturers say on the front of the packet, always take your time and always read the ingredients on the back, because that's when we know whether what we are buying is good or bad. What is the verdict on this food? The verdict is that these ingredients have no place in pet food. We cannot be feeding our dogs things like maize and vegetable protein and vegetable fibres, for example. We cannot be not knowing what animal fat or what protein we are giving our dogs. Our dogs need high meat and low carbohydrate diets. That's what a dog needs. If the dog could chew food, they would be eating plant matter, but they are not eating plant matter because they wolf down food. If you put meat and rice in front of your dog will go for the meat because that's what they are designed to eat. That's what they like to eat. If you cannot fill your dog and your dog is always hungry, you need to look for a food that's species appropriate. What does that mean? That means that the food is high in meat content, in a good quality meat source, and is very carbohydrate limited. We do not want to be filling their dog with high glycemic carbohydrates, with too many carbohydrates, because they are going to have a hard time eating the food and digesting the food. Why do I say that? Well, if you ate pasta 3 times a day, your body will most likely not be able to break down all those carbohydrates. Excess carbohydrates will turn into sugar, and sugar will convert into fat, and you will put weight on just because you are overfeeding yourself with carbohydrates. This is the same with dogs. If you don't know what to feed your dog, I encourage you to click in the link down in the description and you will see a range of foods that are great. Listen, we could sell these products, we could make more money, we could side with the vet and we could side with the pet food industry, but we refuse to do so because these ingredients are not good and not optimal for your dog. So for a range of healthy dog food, please click in the link down in the description.